The prophet translated it in less time than that. So don't be too proud of yourself. Quite miraculous, really, through the gift and power of God. We have a lot of suggestions about how it was done. We know that they had a table like this. We know they had the golden plates covered usually, and Joseph used these the Urim and Thummim, seer stones, in the hat, and it was easier for him to see the light when he'd take that position. This is not the Church of Latter-day Saints, Joseph Smith. This is the Church of Jesus Christ.
Trav is when gets all. Church news time. Tragic news. A sister missionary could not be saved. The church murdered her. She was committing the church's pyramid scheme out in the Philippines, where she died. Taylor Aaron Ma. And so, as we are 4 days away, technically 3, but the Jewish calendar, 6 p.m. is the next day. And that's kind of important, because Joseph Smith makes you study his Joseph Smith history. You can't be a slacker and just read it. You have to go to the scriptures. You have to know your scriptures as to where to go to. You have to know the learning of the Jews and the calendar and other things. You have to know Egyptian to know who the sun god at noonday is. And this is the Bicentennial year. And the church finally, on the 18th of September 2023, finally acknowledged it. Whereas I've been acknowledging it ever since last year before October conference. All this year, all my videos are about this. The second vision of Joseph Smith. Nobody in the church has researched this more thoroughly than I have. And so, is it the church? No. Trent Tooney. Like Thule? Tooney. I don't know if it's Toon, but maybe it's Toon or To-One. I don't know. I don't care about phonetics. I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew. It's a picture language of ideographic meaning. So I don't care about vowels. The Jews, doing the Masoretic text of the biblical Hebrew text, screwed it up by putting vowels in. And so Joseph Smith is correct in the King Follett Discourse. And so no, the church prophets didn't do it. They punted to Trent. They just won't talk about it. And it took Trent, who probably said, hey, it's the bicentennial year of the second vision. Shouldn't we do something about it? Yeah, sure, you do it, Trent. Because none of the conferences talk about it. And so this is all Trent's knowledge as a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints about the second vision. So test yourselves, Mormons. See if you know more or less than Trent. Because I know you don't know as much as I do. So the title, Church Marks 200th Anniversary. Don't even put in Bicentennial. They did for the first vision of Joseph Smith. Trent is not utilizing the Joseph Smith papers. And the church, just last week on Friday, posted Oakes's picture saying the First Presidency has now commissioned a new biography of Joseph Smith, having finished the Joseph Smith papers on his death day this year. And Trent has shown that he doesn't give a damn about the Joseph Smith papers, didn't even bother to look them up. So, do you know about the Joseph Smith papers, Mormons? Do you know more than Trent? Or did you not even know of the Joseph Smith papers? But here's something that shows that Trent knows how to read. Oopsie for President Russell Marion Nelson of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in his bicentennial conference on Saturday of April conference that year, in which he says, golden. I'll try to remember to put that quote in. Golden. See, not even Nelson looked up the Joseph Smith papers. And he was the one that approved it. It's gold plates. Take that, Mormon apologists. Not even Mormon apologists know how to read. And so, he says, 3 years after his humble prayer, oops. He doesn't understand that it's not literal history. These are visionary accounts, which means they're not literal history. These are prophecies of the latter days in the learning of the Jews. Oopsie, Trent. In the sacred grove, Joseph Smith uttered another pivotal prayer the evening of September 21st, 1823. The third day of Tabernacles. I told you need to know the learning of the Jews. 17-year-old sought forgiveness. Oh good, you can do math to know that he was a jailbait. Yes, when Joseph Smith was arrested for glass looking, which means he took them out of the box when he wasn't supposed to and was going to be destroyed. He was still jailbait. 21 was the age of an adult. He turns 21 in December 23rd of 1826. It was March 20th, 1826, when he was arrested for glass looking. Like I said, this is not literal history. Even critics know that much. And so then he quotes from Joseph Smith history, which is not the authorized source anymore. Every Mormon needs to source the Joseph Smith papers so that you would know the real name of the church, too. As he prayed, a light and heavenly being appeared in his room. He removes the sun at noonday. That's Nelson's quote. When you remove the name from his church, you remove him as the center of your worship. Way to go, Trent! You remove the Christ from your center of worship. It was the first of 4 visits. Yes, 2 sets of 4. Kind of important. Joseph is telling you something in code. He quoted scripture about the restoration of the gospel. And the gathering of Israel? Oh my God, Trent! Oh my God! Is that what happened? Everybody that works in the church newsroom were told to write up an article and the winner would win. And Trent won? Is that how it was done instead? Everybody else knew the truth and wrote it and were rejected. So Trent wins because he's the dumbass. Oh my God. It's the day that shall burn as an oven. The gospel. Pay your tithing or you'll be burned. Oh, Mormons, you have to study. You can't get away with thinking you know everything because you were born Mormon. I went on a mission. I know everything now. Oh my God. And the gathering of Israel. Who has the keys to the gathering of Israel? Moses. That's who he's talking about with Acts. And what keys does Moses hold as authority? I'll give you a hint. It's not Peter, James, and John. It's section 107, verse 91. Oh, dear God. That is hilarious, Trent. Way to go, deceiving Mormons. He was on a mission. And so, yeah, you keep repeating Moroni. It's Nephi. Oh, man. Section 27 needs to be changed. That's what Joseph Smith was doing here. He was correcting section 27, verse 5. Nephi's key for the combination of the stick of Judah and Joseph. Let's get to work. He doesn't say that. You put... Where you quote Elder McKay? Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. And yes, you also need to go to the Kirtland Temple, section 110, Moses gathering. The president of the church. The Christ of Mormons. Oh, God. Elder McKay and Erickson reflected on the anniversary of Moroni's visit. Great. Old men lying to Mormons. And talking about how they lied to investigators. Moroni's 4 visits to Joseph Smith. He doesn't even mention that it was a Jewish holy day. Why, Trent? Did you not study the learning of the Jews? Do you not understand the significance? The feast of ingathering? For the gathering? That he got the keys of the gathering? Oh, dear God, Trent. But at least you put gold plates. Good for you. 200 pounds. Joseph was buff. Like the Arnold Freeberg, was that his name? Who did all the paintings of the Book of Mormon characters? You know, Joseph snuck out the Urim and Thummim, was fooling around with it, and got caught 3 years later. Oh my God. Did you hear Nelson? In that same video clip, he calls the rocks in a hat the Urim and Thummim. He doesn't... Oh my God. He's the president of the church and he doesn't even know. And then he pretends to do it. What did Joseph Smith learn? He's writing this in 1838. It's the exact same pattern match with the Book of Mormon. Lehi's second vision. He's trying to teach you. Trying to warn you. Dear God. Trying to tell you the date of when your Christ is coming. The Book of Mormon would be the main tool for gathering Israel. Now, to burn you. Because you won't listen to your real Christ that the keystone is telling you about. 2 Nephi chapter 3, verse 5. And then 9, I think, also. And then I think 24. There's another, he throws it in subtly there. Repeating it 3 times. The Book of Mormon opens the restoration for the earth. Oh, Trent, please don't put your own words. This is why investigators get confused and then they leave. Because the little kids on their mission, if they don't get murdered by going on their mission out in the Philippines. Oh, God. You know, it's sad. It's a pyramid scheme, but Mormons have to pay to recruit others to pay. In the Philippines, if you didn't know, is where the church has their sweatshop for desert clothing. They have little kids and moms in a sweatshop. Literal sweatshop. Forcing them to sew the magic underwear and then ship it to the United States because it's cheaper than to have our sweatshop here on, I can't remember, just off Bangalore. Because I know, I used to work there. I was transferred there. president of the Beehive Clothing came back from his tour and laughed at how we had it nice with air conditioning and said that, well, we have to have children and women, do the work because it's the economy out there. Oh, God. Just sickening. Yeah, he doesn't talk about the Jews. Not a single bit of it. It also increases Joseph's notoriety as a seer. Somebody who can find things in his hat and see things that others cannot see. God. You're seriously doing this. That's why they interviewed those guys, because they're giving you an excuse for the false core information. Anybody see that video of mine? They're now expanding upon the original lie. Joseph Smith did not do any composing of the Book of Mormon. None. I don't care if you found Captain Kidd in there. It wasn't Joseph. Yeah, and personal learnings. Now they're doing feeling stuff. God, sick and disgusting. So that's your church. Lucifer versus Emmanuel. And Mormons choose Lucifer. Good job, Mormons.